remember being a kid running around my community and witnessing a lot of people get knocked down. It was like white sheets over a lot of bodies and yellow tape everywhere. Myself, Jordan Downs, y'all already know the deal, man. Y'all tuned in to Grape Street TV. And today, this reaction gonna be done on why the gang culture is trash. We're gonna jump into a few clips and we're gonna try to wake the youth with this one. So if you ain't hit that like and that subscribe button yet, that's what you need to be doing. But if not, y'all already know the deal with me, man. I'm gonna bust y'all across y'all head with some knowledge every time, man, straight up. And make sure y'all hit that bell for all notifications. So when I drop these reactions right here, they pop up on your timeline like the chicken pox. Boop, 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 boop. Y'all already know the deal with me, man. Listen, tap in. Now that I got y'all attention, we gonna break this reaction down to the very last compound. And we gonna get into some facts and we gonna get into some stories and we gonna get into some clips. So with that being said, let's tap into this first clip right here. Then we're gonna zero back in and we're gonna break it down to the very last compound. Y'all already know the deal, man. Tap in.
I'm talking about the fact that we have the highest unemployment, the fact that young people are being criminalized. We need your help in opposing the criminalization of our youth.
Government not doing nothing for us. See, that's what we got to do. We got to get knowledge of self. We got to start learning how to help each other. I want to see a chocolate city. I want to see like a Koreatown or Chinatown. I want to see chocolate city where.
Now y'all see, like I say, that first clip, it was deep. Like if you understand, we've been had people fighting for the community and trying to make a change and trying to get away from, the police setting us up for failure, coming around, putting gun cases on us, drug cases, just to take us down and get us off the streets. And that's facts. The gang culture is trash. This has been going on for so long, it's now sugar-coated and watered down now. And that's facts. So let's jump into this clip right here, and we're gonna finish breaking it down to the very last compound. Let's get it in.
Where blacks own the businesses and blacks run the businesses and blacks work in the businesses. That's what I want to see.
Nothing worthwhile is easy. Nothing worthwhile is easy. If you put your time and the effort towards what you want to do in life, something positive, it's gonna work.
The one that was sitting in the grass, that was shooting the game, that was my OG homie. We've been spitting facts. Like in my community, we knowing to, have a lot of leaders around that, like to get their hands into politics. And that's just how we was raised. We was raised to stand up for ourselves. Basically telling you, if you put something positive in your life and put your mind to it, you can do it. Out here, it ain't nothing for you. Ain't nothing but a casket and a cell or a wheelchair that's waiting for you. And that's facts. So what's going on today has been going on for decades. It's just in other generations was more asleep to what was going on. Everybody thought it was normal and it was cool. So we're gonna tap into another clip. Then we're gonna break it down to the very last compound and let you know why the gang culture is trash. Facts.
Shooting in Watts on Tuesday, August 28th at around 9:30 p.m. in the areas of 107th and Hickory Streets. The victim, Edward Sanchez, was identified by his father and pronounced dead at the scene. Sanchez had just celebrated his 20th birthday on August 6th, and according to his father, was not a gang member.
Well, we spoke on the phone, and I asked him why didn't he come home.
That clip right there, it was like very heartfelt. That was my little cousin. they got gunned down due to gang violence. Long live King Wavy. Salute. But when I was young, as a kid, growing up in my community, I remember witnessing a lot of people get knocked down. It was like a lot of white sheets over bodies, and it was yellow tape everywhere. I remember late night, like shots will ring out and you will hear people outside start screaming. Yeah, that made us like curious looking out the window. And one day I went out, it happened to be somebody that I knew that was, older than me, that hung out with my sister's boyfriend. Rest in peace, Spur Dog. I happened to walk out across the street. I stayed on 103rd, across the street from Jordan High. Walked inside the front. First entry, when you walk in there by Jordan High in the projects, and he was like in a crawling position, like they finished him off. Stuff like that. In our days, it didn't scare us. It just prepared us for, what we thought what was supposed to happen to us. So we grew up and we armed ourselves with guns and knowledge and try to stick around those that seem powerful around the community. Let's tap into this next clip. Then we're gonna zero back in and we're gonna continue telling the youth why the gang culture is trash.
I called tomorrow and I told him okay. And then he said he didn't want to be over here anymore because he was scared. He was scared.
So, I just want, if somebody's seen something or heard something, come forward. You could be anonymous, call, Crime Stoppers, and, you don't got to give a name, whatever, but whatever tips or you got will help these detectives a lot. But we want these people.
Like I was saying, that was my little cousin that had got gunned down. And, the last time I had seen him, he was like fresh out of jail. And I was talking to him with the projects and I was telling him like, you gotta do something different. Like, this ain't for you because I wasn't used to seeing him around hanging with the homies while I was doing my time and stuff. He was growing up, placing himself around the wrong crowd. It be like that sometimes in the hood, you know what I mean? You could be sitting there laughing, joking with somebody, and that's till you don't see them anymore. And due to gang violence, like a lot of people will go to the store and be like, I'll be back. And they'll never make it back. You just never know. You can't pinpoint it. And a lot of people be involved in the culture and they be on some like, it's not gonna happen to me. It won't happen to me. Like, it can happen. And when you're involved in the gang culture, you gotta look over your shoulder. You gotta shop at certain stores. You don't wanna be the type that has to live in your community because it's easy to become a victim to the violence just by living in the community, because when people come to your community to do things, and if you live there, you just happen to be there every day, the clock is ticking. All you're gonna see is white sheets over bodies and yellow tape everywhere. So we finna tap into this next clip, then we gonna zero back in, and we gonna continue telling you why the gang culture is trash.
We need peace. They're killing our kids in Watts, this area code 9002 where I grew up at. Every time I turn around, someone is killed. From the Jordan Downs, the PJs, the niggas, we need justice. We need justice. Someone needs to...
That situation right there, we gonna say, rest in peace, Kevin Wooten. The police shot and killed him. That type of crime has been going on for a very long time. Way before, my generation even had this chance to jump off the porch. But we witnessed a lot of it. Like, a lot of things happen when it comes to the police, like far as terrorizing the community, tearing us down, putting drugs in the community, putting guns in the community, turning the gangs against each other, not really giving us a chance, to try to better ourselves when you get released from being locked up in jail. You don't got that many choices. So at the end of the day, a lot of people that don't have a strong mind get sucked back into crime and sucked back into hanging with the same people that really don't want to do nothing with themselves. And that's facts. Gang culture is trash. You got a lot of OGs out there that's poison to the culture, running around doing crystal, getting high off drugs, doing stuff that the youth is starting to do. And there's a lot of people overdosing. But people don't see the big picture, that while everybody turned against each other and killing each other, the police is killing y'all too. And that's facts. We always had a support system like around, but the support system really means nothing when you got so much poison into the community to where, like I was saying, people are on drugs now. People are not even in their right mind when they dealing with situations, that the culture brings, as far as going to prison. A lot of people get in jail. They start taking psych meds, like trying to sleep all day. They can't do the time. They're not built like that. The gang culture, it breaks you in like so many different ways. And people don't understand that. When I say the gang culture is trash, I mean it's trash. And what you gotta understand is it's a whole different breed and a whole different generation of gangbangers that's out here. They not built like people was back in the days. They didn't have that structure. The old grandmothers, the ones that made you go pick your switch off the tree so you could get your whooping. Like, they didn't come from that type of structure, getting hard body, big homies chasing you, making you go to school, disciplining you. Now, it's like, I always say, a lot of OGs backed up because the culture is wild. It's all kind of twisted to it, and a lot of people are snitching, and majority of the OGs ain't trying to get snitched on and go to jail and take away from their family. Just trying to fix a small minor situation somebody can't control. They doing what they do, and they don't know they causing poison to the community. People getting on the internet, kicking over candles, dissing people's hoods, pulling up in people's hoods. Like, that type of stuff right there, that only causes like more beef, and it makes it way more petty. Because now everybody doing that and you putting your face on the internet, you're not hard to find when they start going around looking in your community, looking for the ones to be on the internet trolling. And that's facts. Ain't nothing in the gang culture, man. It's about having some money out here, man. You can't do nothing without money. You gotta get you some credit and build it up. Get you, some type of career, a good paying job or something if you ain't gonna get a career. And if you young, you should be trying to get up out of here and go to college, because there ain't nothing over here left, that's really good for the few OGs. And a lot of us is like sticking and moving. We not getting caught up in the BS and putting ourselves out there on the front line and running around here gang banging and trolling. With all that being said, this reaction is coming to an end. Like, I don't want to make it too long, so it might be a part 2. So if you ain't hit that like or that subscribe button yet, that's what you need to be doing. But if not, y'all already know the deal with me, man. I'm gonna bust y'all across y'all head with some knowledge every time, man, straight up. Make sure y'all hit that bell for all notifications. So when I drop these reactions right here, they pop up on your timeline like the chicken pox. Boop, 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 boop. Y'all already know the deal with me, man. Listen, tap in.